What is extended reality, XR? XR is an emerging umbrella term for all the immersive technologies. The ones we already have today: augmented reality, AR, virtual reality, VR, and mixed reality, MR, plus those that are still to be created. All immersive technologies extend the reality we experience by either blending the virtual and real worlds or by creating a fully immersive experience. Recent research revealed that more than 60% of respondents believed XR will be mainstream in the next 5 years. To get a better picture of XR, let's review each of the existing technologies that exist today. Augmented reality, AR. In augmented reality, virtual information and objects are overlaid on the real world. This experience enhances the real world with digital details such as images, text, and animation. You can access the experience through AR glasses or via screens, tablets, and smartphones. This means users are not isolated from the real world and can still interact and see what's going on in front of them. The most well-known examples of AR are the Pokemon Go game that overlays digital creatures onto the real world, or Snapchat filters that put digital objects such as hats or glasses onto your head. Virtual reality, VR. In contrast to augmented reality, in a virtual reality experience, users are fully immersed in a simulated digital environment. Individuals must put on a VR headset or head-mounted display to get a 360-degree view of an artificial world that fools their brain into believing they are, example, walking on the moon, swimming under the ocean, or stepped into whatever new world the VR developers created. The gaming and entertainment industry were early adopters of this technology. However, companies in several industries such as healthcare, construction, engineering, the military, and more are finding VR to be very useful. Mixed reality, MR. In mixed reality, digital and real-world objects coexist and can interact with one another in real time. This is the latest immersive technology and is sometimes referred to as hybrid reality. It requires an immersive headset and a lot more processing power than VR or AR. Microsoft's HoloLens is a great example that allows you to place digital objects into the room you are standing in and give you the ability to spin it around or interact with the digital object in any way possible. Companies are exploring ways they can put mixed reality to work to solve problems, support initiatives, and make their businesses better. Extended reality applications for business. There are many practical applications of XR. Here are a few. Retail, XR gives customers the ability to try before they buy. Watch manufacturer Rolex has an AR app that allows you to try on watches on your actual wrist, and furniture company IKEA gives customers the ability to place furniture items into their home via their smartphone. Challenges of XR. Those developing XR technologies are battling with some of the challenges to mainstream adoption. First, XR technologies collect and process huge amounts of very detailed and personal data about what you do, what you look at, and even your emotions at any given time, which has to be protected. In addition, the cost of implementing the technology needs to come down, otherwise, many companies will be unable to invest in it. It is essential that the wearable devices that allow a full XR experience are fashionable and comfortable, as well as always connected, intelligent, and immersive. There are significant technical and hardware issues to solve that include, but are not limited to, the display, power and thermal, motion tracking, connectivity, and common illumination, where virtual objects in a real world are indistinguishable from real objects, especially as lighting shifts. Imagine what it might be like to live and work in our world in 2030 and beyond. Perhaps, thanks to advancements in extended reality, XR, an umbrella term used to describe immersive technologies that can merge the physical and virtual worlds, you might be able to shop for a new home anywhere in the world as if you were actually on site, or head to lunch in some faraway land. By 2022, the XR market is expected to reach $209 billion, which is 8 times what it is today. This tremendous growth could mean the realities of our 2030 lives are beyond our imagination's ability to grasp. What is extended reality, XR, and how is it changing the future? Tom Girinser, April 3, 2021. XR is new, exciting tech, and everyone is talking about it. But what does XR mean, and when can you start using this technology? We'll take a look at how XR is different from AR and VR, and how it will integrate with new devices and the gear you own already. What is XR? In a nutshell, XR is reality plus tech using any kind of display. XR is VR plus AR. XR stands for Extended Reality, an umbrella term that covers VR, AR, and MR. All XR tech takes the human-to-PC screen interface and modifies it, either by 1, immersing you in the virtual environment, VR, 2, adds to, or augments, the user's surroundings, AR, or 3, both of those, MR. XR technology explained. Since XR is a catch-all term, there's really no question of, is my laptop XR, or can I buy an XR phone? That's because devices with AR, VR, or Mr. Tech are all considered XR devices. So if you've played a VR game like Star Wars, Squadrons, or Half-Life, Alyx, or used Google Maps to navigate, you've already used XR tech. XR versus VR. Virtual reality, VR, is a subset of extended reality, XR. VR is an immersive computing or gaming experience where the user's entire field of vision is filled via the device's display. In some cases, this is as simple as a headset your smartphone fits into, so the phone's screen sits an inch or so from the viewer's eyes. But while all VR is XR, not all XR is VR. For instance, augmented reality, AR, may use your phone's camera to superimpose game characters onto your smartphone's display, as if the character was in the room with you. That's AR, and it's also XR, but it's not VR. XR versus AR. AR is a subset of XR. AR captures live video of a device's surroundings and then adds visual elements to it, such as a Pokemon Go character in your living room, a tiger in Google search, or educational markup to your surroundings in a workplace or a historical area. Mr. versus XR. MR or mixed reality is a blend of two popular types of XR tech, VR and AR. To zero in on the terms, VR is immersion, such as when you use a smartphone screen in a headset to fully immerse yourself in gameplay. AR is augmentation, such as when you use an app to superimpose a digital tiger in your living room with your phone's display. XR examples. XR is already popping up all over, with applications from manufacturing to shopping to HR to gaming. Under the banner of XR, we're seeing AR, VR, and MR in our lives, with more uses coming soon. These 5 XR examples scratch the surface of ways to use current and up-and-coming applications. XR in business. Businesses are reaping the benefits of XR tech already, with immersive technologies as part of try-before-you-buy experiences. For example, if you're shopping online for a couch, you can see how it actually fits into your living room. Some retailers are using XR tech to allow you to get a preview of the real thing. That leads to a reduction in returns and even one-ups the brick-and-mortar retail experience. Top XR games. Star Wars, Squadrons is a VR game that taps right into your childhood dreams, letting you pilot an X-Wing or TIE fighter with a VR headset. Other top XR titles include Trover Saves the Universe, Half-Life, Alyx, and No Man's Sky. You've probably already played one of the top XR games in history, Pokemon Go, which puts friendly little pocket monsters in your living room and neighborhood. Best XR devices. XR tech is making inroads into our homes and businesses in both expensive gear like the Oculus Rift and bottom-dollar tech like Google Cardboard. That's a piece of easy VR tech that straps your smartphone to your face. Other notables include PlayStation's PSVR, with popular titles like Astro Bot, Rescue Mission, Tetris Effect, and Beat Saber. Today's XR devices include VR headsets like HP's Reverb G2 VR, laptops like the HP Omen, and AR displays like the Microsoft HoloLens 2, which can track your hand and eye movements for a seamless blend between the virtual environment and the real world. XR you're using now. You're almost certainly already using at least one XR application regularly, Google Maps. Street View is technically XR, as is the satellite view you can use during navigation. You also use XR every time you watch an NFL game and you see that bright yellow first down line on the screen. That's actually not there in real life. When you do a Zoom call and someone uses a virtual background or an I am not a cat filter, that's XR, too. Future XR applications. Get ready for XR to change your life deeply in the next couple of years. You'll see it pop up in sports, analyzing your golf game and giving pointers, for example, and in healthcare, showing your path through the hospital to the X-ray department with blinking arrows. In education, virtual field trips will broaden young horizons in new, exciting ways. You'll even navigate tomorrow's brick-and-mortar stores with AR maps that guide you to the products you're searching for. Summary: XR is a new buzzword in the tech world, but it's pretty simple to understand. XR is an umbrella term that rolls in VR, AR, and MR. In a nutshell, XR technology is any tech that takes your display and makes it more immersive, or makes it interact with your real-world surroundings in some way. And it truly is changing the future. About the author, Tom Girancer is a contributing writer for HP-registered Tech Takes. Tom is an ASJA journalist, career expert at zeddy.com, and a regular contributor to Boys Life and Scouting magazines. His work is featured in Costco Connection, Fast Company, and many more.